Vamos a ver. Colaboración is the value of this half term. Colaboración, or collaboration in English. I found a Spanish video for you. Liderazgo y trabajo en equipo, which means leadership and teamwork. And for a team to work, it needs to work together. People need to have responsibilities. They need to coordinate, and they have to have common objectives. That's when a team works. So, en un equipo debe existir integración, responsabilidades, coordinación y objetivos en común.
Inicia la operación Trampa de Turistas.
Esa sí es buena. Sí, me gusta.
Es uno de sus mejores planes, señor. Son un montón de lambiscones. Así es, señor.
Absolutamente.
A sus puestos. Fase 1. Ve.
Paso 1. Step 1.
¡Ay, no! ¿Qué he hecho? Así. Muerde el cebo.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Está muerto?
Fase 2. ¡Ya!
Step 2. Fase 2.
Tendré que darle el beso de la vida. ¡Rico!
I'm going to give him the kiss of life.
¡Rico! ¡Reversa! ¡Acelera! ¡Música!
Accelerate and music.
¡Vuelvan!
Come back.
¿Qué es todo este escándalo rock and rollero?
What scandal's going on, you things?
¿Está muerta?
¡No!
¡Uy!
¡Rufiana!
Okay, let's practice some conversational Spanish. So, you're greeting someone. You can say buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches. If somebody says to you, ¿Cómo estás?, you can answer with muy bien, gracias. If you're feeling okay, you can wobble your hand and say, así, así. If you're feeling bad, you can put your thumb down and you can say with your facial expression, muy mal. Don't forget, you can also say fatal, or you could say fenomenal, which means great. There's lots of answers and you know those. ¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name? Or how do you call yourself? Me llamo, and in my case, Señora Cox. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? Vivo en Watford. Or you could say the name of your street if you wanted to. But if you did say that to a Spanish person, they probably wouldn't know where Watford was. So you'd then have to explain. So you could, if they ask you, ¿Dónde está Watford? Where is Watford? You could say, Watford is cerca Londres. Because they would know London. London's our biggest town that's near us. So our capital city. Watford is cerca Londres. If you want to be really precise, 25 kilómetros fuera de Londres, 25 kilometres outside of London. If you're in year 6 and you're getting really good at Spanish, you could say 25 kilómetros fuera de Londres, en una dirección northwest direction. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Mi cumpleaños is en. When is your birthday? My birthday is in. Mi cumpleaños is in octubre. So you would say which month your birthday is in. So we're going to sing a song in a moment about the months. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? How many years do you have? How old are you? Tengo, and then you put your age number in. Años. Tengo 47 años. But you would have tengo 8, 9, 10, 11 años. One of those is going to be yours. ¿Cómo escribe tu nombre? How do you write your name? So, mi nombre is G-I-N-A. That's my first name. Let's move on. 7 days of the week. Let's sing a couple of songs and practice these. We haven't done these for a long time.
Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. 7 días tiene la semana. 7 días tiene la semana. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. 7 días tiene la semana. 7 días tiene la semana. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Estos son los 12 meses del año. Estos son los 12 meses del año. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Estos son los 12 meses del año. Estos son los 12 meses del año.
So, recognizing text types is something that is important, especially when you're working. You don't need to understand every single word, but you do need to have knowledge already in your head that you can use for guessing what things are. So this is one that should be familiar to anybody who has done their homework last week, which was to cook me a delicious recipe. You can see that it's a recipe because the word ingredientes looks like ingredients. And here you've got a list, and it's just like in English, the list of ingredients goes underneath. At the bottom, you would have the elaboración, like the instructions for actually cooking it, the elaboración. But the ingredients in this, which is to make 2 bandejas. So I'm thinking that is two tubes of biscuits. It would make quite a lot, bandejas. 2 eggs. I'm going to have to look that word up. I'm not sure. 2 eggs, 1 pinch of salt, 140 gramos de azúcar moreno, dark sugar, 140 grams of dark sugar, 75 milliliters de aceite de oliva, 75 milliliters of olive oil, 270 grams of harina, flour, un cachadita de levadura en polvo, 1 spoonful of baking powder, and it's a little spoon, 200 grams of chocolate postres. I think it means chocolate chips. And 2 cucharadas, 2 big spoons of cocoa powder, optional. So that's a recipe. So if you were looking at that text, you'd have to guess that that's a recipe. Can you guess from the last 3 which one is the weather forecast? Did you pick this one? I hope you did, because it's got words that you might recognise. Mañana, morning, tarde, as in buenas tardes, afternoon, noche, night, morning and night. And at the bottom, it's got a temperature, 7 centigrados, 9. And so it's saying that the minimum temperature is going to be 7, the maximum temperature is going to be 9. And then we've got these words, cloudy, variable. It's going to be changing, but nube is cloud and nubosidad means variable clouds. So it's going to be a cloudy day. Parcialmente nublado is going to be partially cloudy in the evenings. Ventoso is windy. It's going to be very windy. And instable is not changeable weather. So you've got a weather forecast there, a prosnostico. Okay, so we've got 2 bits of text left down here. Which of these 2 do you think is going to be the calligraph poem? Which are you going to pick? Yep, this one. A calligraph poem is, we have them in English. You write the poem in the shape of something. So this is a poem that's been done in the shape of a cat. El gato, the cat. Entre las flores se comió las mejores. A cat between the flowers, it eats the best ones. El gato en la cocina desparramó la harina. The cat in the kitchen tips up the flour. El gato en la vereda volvió loca a la manguera. So a cat on the balcony goes mad around the hose pipe. El gato va por la casa, comedor, patio, terraza. The cat in the house goes all over the dining room, the patio, and the terrace. El gato, ¿dónde está? Mejor que no sé acá. The cat, where is it? Better that you don't know. Mischievous cats. I like that poem. And finally, what type of text could this be? Aprender y escribir un cuento. Un cuento is a story. And this is about a monkey. Barragón is his name, who lives in the jungle. Era amigo de todos los animales. He was a friend of all the animals. Y siempre vigilaba que cada una cuidara a la naturaleza. And he was always very careful and taking care of all of nature. I'm guessing this is a story as well because of the type of language. Un día, one day, he went. So it's going to be a story. Okay? So that's recognising different texts in Spanish.